Hi, and welcome to the April 2023 Nanaimo single-family home market update. I'm going to jump into the numbers, and as usual, I'm going to give you my take. Now, I want to remind you what the focus of these market updates is. Over the last decade and a half of selling real estate, I've seen stats reported in so many different ways. I see people picking and choosing data points to try to make very specific points, and the focus of these market updates is to get to 10,000 feet. I want to pull the actual market intelligence out of the data so that you can make some useful decisions based on the market. I'm not here to confuse it. I'm not here to trick you into thinking this way or that. I just want to help you figure out what is going on in the Nanaimo single-family home real estate market. So jumping right into it, some interesting stats this year. I'm going to start on the supply side, talk about the demand side, and then I'm going to give you some tips for the sellers out there and the buyers out there. Okay, so March 2022 versus March 2023, if we just look at the month over month, which isn't a data point I really enjoy reporting on, but units listed is down 47%. So the takeaway from that might be that we're seeing a dramatic reduction in supply, but that's not the case. If we look at the 12 months to date, our units listed is actually up about 12%. And anecdotally out in the marketplace, that's about right. We haven't seen a dramatic decrease in listings that the 47% month over month reduction would lead you to believe. We've seen a subtle increase on the supply side. Okay, so on the demand side, let's take a little closer look at that. So the sell versus list ratio in 2022, out of all the homes listed, 80% of them were selling. Okay, fast forward to this year, 2023, and that has come down to 50%. So half the homes listed are not catching offers. Okay, so a 30% increase in the amount of listings not selling. Okay, units sold. So how much trading volume is there? This is the demand side. We've seen a 30% decrease in units sold month over month and 12 months to date. So there is a marked decrease in demand for Central Island Nanaimo single family homes. Days to sell to that end has gone up anywhere from 60 to 240%, depending on whether you're looking at the month over month to 12 months a day. That's anywhere from 31 to 41 days is the average amount of time it's taking to sell a home right now in Nanaimo. That was as low as 12 in March of last year, which is the lowest we've seen it in virtually my career. What impact is the supply and demand numbers having on prices? Well, month over month, we've seen prices come down 22%. From $975 to $763, super alarming number, don't buy it. Let's look at the 12 months to date. 12 months to date, we've really seen no change, okay? The average price 12 months to date last year, which is a number that has way more relevant statistical data, compared to this year is $840,000. And anecdotally, my experience in the marketplace tells me the average single-family detached home in Nanaimo right now is absolutely trading for about $840,000. So despite the increase in supply, despite the decrease in demand, prices are down about 10%, but holding. And that's because we haven't seen a dramatic increase in supply, despite the dramatic decrease in demand, okay? Average discount for buyers in the marketplace right now is about 1.5%. A year ago, the average discount was plus 5%. So what we've been saying here for a while, buyers can expect to have a little negotiating room, but they certainly don't have all the leverage in the marketplace. We're in balanced market conditions, maybe slightly favoring sellers in some asset categories, slightly favoring buyers in some other asset categories. So if you're a seller right now, supply continues to rise, although it's happening very slowly. So don't be alarmed, okay? Demand continues to slow, but it hasn't been a catastrophic reduction in demand. It's stabilized to normal levels. Again, why I don't like the month over month stats that I see people reporting all too often is there's massive volatility in there. And really, we're just going from a crazy March of 2022 to a much more normal March of 2023. Okay, add to that increases in immigration. We're getting ready to see record levels of immigration. Couple that with the bottlenecks in creating supply of virtually every municipality, and that's really going to keep supply from getting out of control. Now, here's my warning for sellers. Job market disruptions. Should there be any disruptions to the job market, that's where things can start to change quickly. Like back in 2008 when I started trading, we had a lot of the same stuff going on the supply and demand side right now, but we had the job losses, which saw the dramatic increase in supply that we're not seeing now. So right now, the economy is looking relatively good. As long as we don't start to see job losses, I'm not predicting any major increases in motivated sellers, which should keep prices holding. But watch that. Okay, for buyers, as I've been saying now for probably 3 months, patience has been paying off. Okay, your choices continue to increase. Prices have not increased. Prices are unlikely to increase, but to that end, they're also unlikely to plummet. So be patient, look at lots of properties. When you find the right property, one that meets you and your family's needs, I strongly encourage you, take a shot at it. If you're waiting for things to come down 10, 20%, I think you're more likely to miss out on the opportunity than you are to see this dramatic reduction in prices. Okay, if you're a trader, so that's someone who's a buyer and a seller and a buyer, again, perfect timing for trading. We are writing subject to sale offers that are getting accepted right now. We're receiving subject to sale offers and encouraging sellers to accept them right now. This is the perfect market for trading in, okay? And a lot of people are talking to me that said, a year ago my house was worth $100,000 more. And I go, yeah, it was. What's your plan? Well, my plan is to sell and buy a smaller home. Well, then what are you worried about? If it was way riskier a year ago to sell a home at the record price and then have to scramble to get into your next option. That is not fun. That's how you end up making a bad real estate decision, the last thing we want anyone to do. The market that we're in right now is ideal for trading. So if you've ever thought about getting out of what you're in now and into something different, without a doubt, this is the best time in the last 4 years to do so. And if you don't fully understand that, reach out to me. I'd love to show you why now is the best time for you to be engaged in a trade within the same market. By the way, these balanced market conditions don't tend to last all that long. In fact, the balanced conditions we're in right now are the longest I've ever seen these market conditions stay like that. So this is a great opportunity for those thinking about trading. If you like these reports, if you're not already on our mailing list, we release a monthly newsletter that goes over the stats from a macro level, as well as gives you all the highlights from the video content that we're producing on a weekly basis. We're also releasing right now a weekly take. This is a newsletter I release every week where I review every new Nanaimo single family listing that's come on the market, every Nanaimo single family sale that's come on the market, and I pull out highlights from each of those. So reach out to us through our website at coopergroup.ca, any of our social media platforms, and get on the list to receive those newsletters. We are getting great feedback about these newsletters and the value they're providing people that are in the market right now. That's our market update this month. I'm John Cooper with the John Cooper Real Estate Group. Have yourself a great month.